Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty, the crappy craft kit tester person again. I know, this is like week number 3, but I got a bunch of them from Ollie's. And, you know, it's good. It's fun. You gotta do it once in a while. Anyways, so this one is some kind of a sewing toy kit. Hand sewing, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect out of this one because, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to, that the pillows are maybe already made. I'm just gonna stuff and put these little faces on top of them. I don't know. It does say that it has live sewing needles and it's got a couple of pins and some thread and some stuffing. So, I don't know. I don't know what's inside. Let's just get right into it. Alright, let us see what is in the box. I never understood the extra open flap. Is it just to have more advertising space? I don't know. The book is really cute. Every character has its own few pages. And it's really cute. And then at the end there's like 4 or 5 pages where you can make your own kind of character, although they don't like give you any fabric in order to make your own kind of character that way. But I mean, it's a cute idea. And I really don't like the way they set this up because it's quite clear you have to cut around on the dotted line and then sew in farther from that edge, where they should have left enough space to give you, like, I don't know, at least a little bit of edging so you don't have to cut right on that line. And all of those little scissors, they'll be visible because they are on that line. And I had to look at the box and the book in order to figure out which pieces went to which, because they are so similarly shaped that I had a really hard time trying to figure out which ones went with which. But, you know, this is a really cheap kit. I'm pointing out the scissors here again, just a really cheap kit. If I had thought about it, I would have tried to give all of these at least as much space as I could, and then sewn on the sewn on the cut line, because then they would have been a little bit bigger. They might have kept their shape a little bit better. I mean, it's not a bad kit. It's crap fabric. It's okay thread. The sewing needle is dull, which is why they use a really loose weave fabric, which I will talk about later. But, I mean, it's not a bad kit. It was not hard. It was simple, you know. The needle has a real big eye on it. It tells you to make a knot at the end so you don't pull the thread through. Not something I usually do, but I was like, you know what, we'll just do it. And you can see there, I was way too close to the edge and I already started unraveling the fabric. Ugh. Anyways, it's not horrible. It's not bad. I don't know if I'd pay $17 is what I think I found online. I found excuse me, I found one website that had it. Just one. And I think it was like $17 or euro, depending on, you know, which side of the site you were looking at. Anyways, here I turned it inside out. Now I'm gonna stuff it with some fluff. Doing a little bit of the, you know, Ken Burns thing here. Do you like that? Do you find it amusing, annoying? Should I do it more? Sometimes I think my videos are a little bit too static. What do you guys think? Okay, so there at the end, I made a little knot in the thread and then I pulled it through so that you wouldn't be able to see it sticking out. So the end of the thread is somewhere in the middle of the little squishy stuffy. I don't even know what they call them anymore. I know there used to be, you know, like a thing over calling them stuffies because that was adult in nature, we'll just say. but they're still stuffed toys. I don't care. So, turning it inside out, making with the stuff, shove. And the first time I tried to be clever with my stitching, this time I'm just doing the over round and round thing, and it's fine. And with the last stitch, what I like to do is I like to loop the thread around the needle 2 or 3 times, and that makes my finishing little knot. And then I'll poke it all the way through, snip off the end, that way you can't see the end. Try to hide all of the bits. Oh, this thing is just gonna fall apart. It's gonna fall apart, but it's super cute for now. Well, I don't know. I think I give this kit like a C, maybe a C+. It's okay. The fabric is really, the fabric is not a good fabric. It probably, I mean, I know they're printed on it, but I don't know. It's all gonna fall apart because this isn't the kind of fabric that can survive without a proper seam. It's just gonna unravel. But we'll see what happens. Or more specifically, we probably won't, because I'll toss these 2 behind me, and then I probably won't think about the other 4 unless I decide to do them for a different video. Which, you know, if you want to see me make a couple more of these, let me know, and, you know, we can do that someday. You know, here's these 2. It's a little dragon that says, "You can fly." And then there's a little, narwhal. There's a little narwhal. It says, "You're one of a kind," and they're super cute. And yeah, I didn't fill out their personal information in the book, and I probably should have done that, but maybe we'll do that for another video. Who knows? But what do you think? It wasn't a horrible kit, but it wasn't a good kit. It's a cute kit. And there were a bunch of kits at Ollie's from this company. You could tell because they all had this weird opening in the front, even though, you know, the box. It's just a weird box. It is a weird box. And there were a bunch of them. There were magical. There were magicals, and then there were just plain animals, and I might get them next time I go. I don't know. We'll see. But, I mean, overall it worked pretty well. The needle, the sewing needle is not very sharp, which is probably why they used a really loose weave, fabric. But, I mean, it's cute enough, and it worked well enough, and I would totally recommend it for, what did they recommend? I wonder if it even has an age thing on here. I don't... Oh, and there's only 5, not 6. Oh, ages 8 and up. Yeah, I could totally see an 8-year-old playing with one of these. Yeah. Anyways, it was okay. It wasn't a crap kit, it wasn't a good kit, but it was an okay kit. So, with all that being said and done, thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe.